Hey guys, Derek Wilcox here. Whoa, look at that sweet new logo for Wilcox Strength Incorporated. Brand new, hot off the press. But this is Derek Wilcox coming at you for Team Power Rack Strength and always wearing the Enzer Advanced Designs powerlifting equipment. This is the week of 7/16/2017. It is about an 80% effort week, just ramping back up in intensity, working up in some triples on the minimally equipped type, and I am squatting, I believe it was just a little bit over 400 pounds right here. Working up in my warm-ups, trying to get my hips to feel a little bit better, figure out how I need to make my stance a little bit wider to get closer to competition form over the next few months. And after this set, I started tossing on some of my lighter reps just to get practice in, because I haven't had any reps on since March. It always feels good to have those Enzer reps back on my knees. Haven't had that kind of support in quite a while, and normally squatting with wraps is one of my favorite things to do. It doesn't hurt that much unless you have a crazy tight wrap on, and it's a lot easier to use than the equipment, that's for sure. You still got a whole lot of carryover out of it. So my hips had actually been hurting a little bit. I have some torn cartilage in my left hip that's acting up right now. Actually feels like a speed bump when I go down in my squats, and also when I'm setting up for sumo deadlift. As you can see, I'm not getting my hips down real far because it is aggravating that one spot in my left hip joint. I'm getting a good arch in my back before I lift, but I'm not able to drive with my hips as well as I would like. Now, the powerlifting gear will actually help with that to a certain extent, but it doesn't fix everything. These lifts actually felt pretty heavy compared to normal. The week before that was a down week after I had competed at Grandfather, and I didn't really do a whole lot, and I still felt fatigued this week for whatever reason. Even on bench press, which was a couple days later, you can see 315 here, moving relatively well, but it still didn't feel that great as far as speed off the chest. Now, at this point, I moved up to 365, and I started adding what I call the bumblebee bench aid to start mimicking, a shirt groove a little bit. It's an overload for my shoulders as well, trying to just get ready for the shirt work that's going to be coming up. They didn't feel too bad. It just didn't move or do anything as well as you would hope. The next week, I'm sure, should be a little bit better. Fatigue should be down, and I should be a little bit stronger. Military press was also a little bit tough for me. The weight wasn't real heavy compared to normal, but it was just more of a struggle. Military press actually hurts my left shoulder quite a bit when I'm pressing overhead and locking out, whereas the flat bench hurts my right shoulder in kind of the same way. It's really just torn cartilage in the joints that hurts a lot when you run over it with the head of the humerus. And I guess this is one way of evening out all the stresses of my shoulders, making sure everything hurts nice and evenly. This does help a lot with my external rotation strength, though, and keeps my shoulders healthier. So, make sure you guys tune in next week, hit the subscribe button, and I've got some side projects that are going to be coming up that I've talked to Brian about, and we'll be unveiling those a little bit soon. It's not exactly lifting related, but it has a whole lot to do with the life in 1020 life. You guys take care. I'll see you next week. Stay strong.